guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to this video in general, and just welcome to my life. I'm making a little video today, a little different. I've never really made like a cooking tutorial kind of thing, but I'm making a video today that is kind of a spin-off. If you've seen my friend Alison's video, you follow her, she did make a little cooking video where she makes a vegetarian chili. If you want to check that out, you can go ahead and check out her channel. I'll link it below. She makes some really cool videos. She is a wife. But yeah, so she has a little channel called Life of a Wife, I want to say. But yeah, so if you want to go check out her channel, she made her own chili. I'm encouraging you to make your own of this one or hers. Just kind of mix it up, make whatever you want, go with the flow. So like I said, there's a lot of options for your chili. You can add potatoes like Alison did. I did not put potatoes in mine, but if you want potatoes, go ahead and put potatoes in yours. If you want peppers, you put peppers in there. If you want meat or you want a meat substitute, you can put that in there. If you want to use different beans, go ahead. You want celery, carrots, tomato juice instead of broth, or a mixture of broth and tomato juice, or like tomato soup, I guess. Add more water to it, more liquid, whatever you want. It's literally up to you. You make this your own. Personalize it however you would like to personalize. I just want to mention that my chili is a vegan chili, which means there is no meat in it, no animal byproducts. This is awesome for you. I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh, that's not vegan, you're not eating properly, it should be like this, you should have fresh vegetables, it shouldn't be cans. If that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. There's lots of different types of vegan. You know, there's the raw vegan, and there's like, I don't know, there's lots of different types of veganism. So if this is not pertaining to you, you do not agree with this, then don't follow it. That's your own personal preference. Personally, this is how I eat vegan. This is how I cut back on my meat and all my animal byproducts, because I do feel a lot better when I do that. Personally, if you are not vegan and you say, ew, vegan like food, I don't want that. It's literally the same thing that everyone else eats. It has beans in it, just like a regular chili. You know, it has all the things that you would eat in a chili, just without the meat. And I also show a meat substitute if you'd like to add that into your vegan chili. It's always a possibility. It does taste really good, actually. Like, I don't notice a difference. If you aren't into that and you want there to be meat, actual meat, go ahead and add actual meat to this recipe. Like I said, make it your own. There's so much you could add to this recipe. Chili is so diversible. Literally, you can add whatever you want into it or take out whatever you want. Make it your own. Do what you wish with this chili.
Alrighty guys, we're just going to jump in with our ingredients here. First, you're going to need 3 cans of beans. These can be any kind of beans you want. I chose black beans, great northern beans, and dark red kidney beans. That's up to you though. I also got a box of minute brown rice. This is loose, not in the bags. You're also going to need a can of diced tomatoes with the tomato juice and a can of corn. You can use fresh corn if you'd like. We also have vegetable broth that is fat-free and organic. And then coming over here, we have a thing of diced yellow onions. I have a whole thing. You're not going to use it all. And then a can of mushrooms along with my meat substitute. I ended up not using this, but I'll show you where you can put it in if you would like to use it. And yeah, that is all your ingredients you're going to need. Once again, use what you want. Over here we have oil and garlic. This is for cooking purposes and optional if you want it. And a big pot to cook it all in. So you're going to throw some oil in a pan with your minced up onion. Over here I have my rice cooker with my brown rice in it. Once again, you can use white rice if you prefer. Once these onions start to pop a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and grab a tablespoon. I used about a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. That's really up to you how much garlic flavor you want in your chili. I had a problem getting it off the spoon. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stir that in with a big spoon. Let it mix all together, get nice and hot and cook together. Very hot. So this is going to be the part where you're going to put in your meat or meat substitute, depending on how you feel about your chili, if you want it to have meat or not. I usually put these griller crumbles in, made by Morningstar Farms. They do have directions on the back on how to cook it, along with a chili recipe of their own. If you want to cook that chili recipe, go ahead. Or if you want to put in actual meat into this chili recipe, that is totally up to you. I'm going to move on to our beans. All I did was put these in a strainer and then rinse them off with a little bit of water. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this to the pot. I also drained the can of corn, and I'm just going to add that. And then the can of diced tomatoes, and you're just going to add that whole thing in, juice and all. And then my cans of mushrooms, I just went and drained that juice out, and I'm just going to add the whole can in there. And now you can see it's pretty dry, so now is going to be our time to add in our broth. Once again, using vegetable broth to keep this vegan. The amount of broth you add is really up to you, how much liquid you really want in there. I ended up using a half a container. I added about a fourth right now and stirred it up, let it cook down a little bit, and then ended up adding another fourth of that container using a half container of broth. You're also going to need some seasoning. I chose taco seasoning and, of course, this chili powder. Once again, seasoning's up to you. I ended up using a lot of chili powder to make it taste really chili-like, but that's up to you. And then in my big pot, I now have all of my seasonings and my broth. My rice is about done, so I'm going to go ahead and add that into my big pot. And I did end up adding the rest of my broth and a cup and a half of water. So now you see this is about the texture that I want, the consistency. I want about that much liquid in there, maybe another half a cup of water and some more seasoning, of course. So you're just going to let this sit on high until it comes to a nice boil. You want it to bubble a whole bunch, get nice and warm, and then you can go ahead and turn off your stovetop and just let that sit there for a little while to cool down, and you're ready to serve it. Personally, I like to add a little lactose-free Go Veggie cheese on the top of mine. This is completely optional. You could also add crackers. You can go ahead and mix that up in there. I'm going to need to let this cool down some more. It is very hot. But look how cheesy. Alright, so I went and put the rest of my chili into a container to save in my fridge. Once again, this does make a lot of food, so don't worry about feeding a whole family with this. It's definitely enough food, and it is very hearty. I only took about 2 spoonfuls of the chili to eat and was completely full after about half of it. It is a very hearty food. and it will fill you up. But yeah, this will last me about 2 weeks.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Go ahead and good luck with all of your cooking. I hope you make it your own. Like literally, I encourage you to add things that you want, take away what you want, whatever. Make this your own meal, personalize it whichever way you would like, and it's going to taste amazing and feel so good when you're wrapped up in a warm sweater sitting on the couch with a big bowl of your chili.